So CBS Sports thinks we're going to take Ashton Jeanty in this upcoming NFL draft. And listen, Ashton Jeanty, I feel like we're in the same perspective that we were with, the idea of Brock Bowers or the idea or Bijan Robinson, right? Where you look at it and you go, oh, that's a sexy pick. That's a pick that we can get excited about. That's a pick that is so awesome. Obviously, the chance is just like, Bijan Robinson or Gibbs. He won't be on the board by the time we pick. We pick at 17. It's always possible he goes before us. Most mock drafts, he's going before us, but especially with the Cowboys before us, it's almost little to no chance he doesn't go to the Cowboys. At the end of the day, Jeanty is an absolute animal, okay? He's a monster. He's a great running back. But the thing is, there's a lot of good running backs in this draft. And looking at it more and more, I would love to have Jeanty. But if you give me a premier pass rusher in the first round, a premier cornerback in the first round, and then you tell me I'm going to get Scatterbo in the second round, I'm almost to a point where I'd rather have that combination than have the Jeanty combination. We do need an RB2, 100%. And I do agree with the analysts that say we're not going to spend, all of our money on the running back position. It's really not logical, especially given the fact that we need to give it Jamar Chase money. We need to give T. Higgins money. So there's a lot of other things we have to spend money on. Jeanty is not a bad option. It's just, I would probably say we're going to focus more on, the defense than we would on the offense in the first round. Now, again, most mock drafts I do, and this is across the board, he's going top 15. I mean, he's either going pick 10. Again, the Cowboys pick before us. There's no way he's not going to the Cowboys. They need a running back. Rico Dowdle is going to leave their team. Like, they're going to need a replacement, right? So, he could go there. He could go anywhere inside this top 10. So, he's a great player, and it more and more, like, would I rather have Ashton Jeanty or Carter? 1,000% Carter, obviously. He's one of the best in the draft. But like I said, it's harder and harder for me to find myself saying, yeah, go with Jeanty over some of these other options, especially with the team needs we have. Again, this running back class is very good. So, for example, in the first round here, you could even go with Starks. I mean, this is a guy that we talked about before from Georgia. He's another option, 6'1", 205 pounds. Shamar Stewart. This is another guy that I'm starting to really love. 6'6", 290 pounds. He's another guy that I could definitely see us going for and picking up. Other than that, I know a lot of times in this mock drafts, I'll have us going with Michael Williams. He's another guy that, again, possible option here. Jack Sayer in this one. But again, like I said, looking at all the options, running back just isn't the option I would go with personally. And I don't think the Bengals are going to either. I'm sure Jeanty's going to be on their board 100%. But it's just like Chase Brown's our premier running back. We do need an RB2, but we don't need like a takeaway RB2 right now. We need to focus on his defense and our offensive line, right? That's what we need to focus on right now. And when I say takeaway running back 2, by the way, I mean for the first round. We don't need that. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, sure, right? Great running back class, take advantage of it. First round, probably not what we're going to do. So, like, for example, I guess in this one, I'll just take Starks. I don't know if I would take him personally, but that's an option. And then, look, Scatterbo. Second round, Scatterbo. That's how you start off a mock draft, boys. Let's go with a linebacker in the third round. Going kind of more positional value than actually, like, the player. Let's go guard, fourth round. This is actually a pretty good draft when it comes to edge rushers. There's a lot of good options. So I do kind of like some of these options as you go down the board here. But this is honestly my perfect draft, in all honesty, outside of the safety. I don't know if I go safety. I'd probably try to go edge rusher there, depending on who's available. It is a good edge rusher draft. You can get someone later in the 4th, 5th round who can be a pretty solid option. But this is kind of what I'm looking at. Safety, work on the secondary. Scatterbo at 2nd round is called not to go with him because he's so freaking good, and there's a lot of, again, other running backs to go with. So you could go elsewhere other than Scatterbo. For example, in this one, they said I shouldn't go in with Scatterbo. They'd rather me go with a receiver in a second. If we get back T. Higgins, I don't think we're going to do that. So, but going linebacker, we need to work on our linebacking unit. We need to look on our offensive line. We need to work on the edge rushers, cornerbacks, etc. Right? So these are all positions I think. Jeanty is great, and I've had mock drafts before saying we get Jeanty. But even if he's available, it's going to be a very questionable pick. I'll be honest with you. It's a questionable pick given the circumstances of what we need. And because we need this 1st round pick this year to hit. I mean, there's no ifs and buts about it. We need a grand slam 1st round pick. And if we don't have that, we're going to be in a very, very bad spot for a very long time. And with a franchise quarterback and a, team that we have, that if we correctly get this done, we can win Super Bowls. We can't mess around with this. So we need to figure this out now. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next one. Peace.